these are not her clothes. These are clothes that she would have been wearing when she was, I guess. Is that an iron? Yes, she was also a singer.
That's the type of dress that I would have worn had I lived in this time period.
Marion Davies, very popular movie star. She had a stutter. There have been a lot of movies and a lot of books written about Marion. A good one written by her is called The Times We Had. You could probably pick it up on eBay for $1. It tells about the times they had at the castle and at her beach house. She was Mr. Hearst's companion for 34 years, longer than his wife. His wife and Marion Davies were never here at the same time for obvious reasons, but there were times when he would call and invite the wife to come from New York to the hostess. And at those times, Marion Davies would go to a beach house that he had purchased for her in Santa Monica. Such a time was when Winston Churchill was a guest here in 1929. Marion went away, the wife came in, and then the entourage went to Santa Monica where they had another party, and everyone met Marion Davies. There are questions: did they ever have a child together? A good Google.
Gorgeous bedroom. You'll see a portrait of his mother.
You need to go into this.
Oops. So we're going this way.
Oh, did you go down? Oh, okay, you were all over. Yeah.
Are we doing right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on through. Oh, you already did, okay.
Hello.
Come on in.
It's like the Winchester Mystery House. Jeez.
You could get lost in this house like that.
Yes, but do you have any doors?
I know. Do you have a staircase that goes to the front yard or the ceiling?
They're concrete. They were made here on the hilltop, of course. The cartoons or illustrations on them are stories from the Old Testament done by Camille Salome. He was a cartoonist for Mr. Hearst. That is Mr. Hearst in the very back here, 31 years old. The lampshades in the assembly room in the main hall where guests gathered in the evening. There's a book called the Gregorian Chant Book. It's a great big book. And these are pages from either that book or a book just like that. The monks used to chant, and they used one big book. The book in the assembly room is about 200-300 years old. On the center table, indenture papers, and they're coated with paraffin and made into champlates. Come on, guys. Okay, look around the room. The one behind?
Yeah.
Probably, it's just part of his study. There's a table right behind the wall. There's a fireplace there. The books that aren't here are back in book vaults back there. These windows leak, and this is the room that has the first editions by Charles Dickens, his mother's collection here. And most of these pieces are from his mother's collection.
I have the first edition, Hitchhiker's Guide, signed by Douglas Adams. That'll be worth something in 1,000 years.
Anything I can tell you more about in this room? It's Persian. This would be it's probably a factory rug. He has 26,000 of these. We have a specialist that knows the difference between the tribal rugs and the factory rugs, but these are made in the 1800s. We don't walk back to this room anymore because of the fringe on this piece right here. These are just buildings on them. They're not a church. They are tribal rugs. The smaller pieces are. Mr. Hearst was a Democrat. He was very liberal. He did not start the Spanish-American War, but he certainly helped it along. He sent an illustrator, Kellogg, to draw pictures of a war that hadn't happened yet, and the guy wanted to come home, so Mr. Hearst told him, draw the pictures, we will write the war, and that kind of lived in infamy with Citizen Kane, which was, of course, about the castle. We showed it here last year at the Visitor Center.
Now, is that a bar down there?
No, that's just a chest, and on top of that, that is a clock in the glass case. It doesn't work any longer. But that is a different shape, and it is a different, it's Italian, it's probably about 700 years old. It has a lot of the older pieces of it.
Are the statues of Mary and Child, were they made locally?
They're Gothic, and they are at least 600 years old. When we're talking about Gothic, we're talking about OG arches, which are praying hands. Like this fireplace would be 600 years old too. It has the praying hands. When you look at Gothic windows, they have the praying hands. It was during the Black Plague, so people really didn't want to see outside in Europe. They didn't want to see thousands of people dying every day. So windows were high, and they were praying quite a bit. So you'll see the Gothic OG arches is what they're called. In fact, in 2008, the set designers from Harry Potter came here to the castle because they heard about our Gothic rooms. They looked at the dining room downstairs and then came up to this room, and they used components of both rooms to create the Hogwarts dining hall. So if it looks familiar, that's why.
I see it.
About
Yeah.
the fireplaces. So is it similar to the ceilings where there were
cute.
fireplaces?
Some Harry
Yes.
trivia.
Yes, exactly. You are so right. Okay, halfway up, probably after the arch, the first arch, the rest of this fireplace all the way up was done by the Vanderloo family here on the hilltop, in the style of the Gothic. And it's just amazing to me. They even have the color and the texture. You can't tell the difference.
No artists in those days.
They were. And they took years to replicate some of the pieces. When you go down to the Roman pool, and that's where you're going to catch your bus, it's under the tennis courts. You'll be walking on pure gold, 22 karat gold leaf. It takes a 1/4 ounce of solid gold, could probably do most of the Roman pool. Very, very thin amount. And the artisans are so good with it, they can make a little bit go a very long way. But when you see gold here on the hilltop, it probably is gold, and it's probably 22 to 24 karat gold. That's why you see big chips taken out when you're at the Roman pool. Look at, end of summer, you know you're going to have to go through and restore quite a bit, because people take souvenirs.
Just a quick question about the gold. How many ounces were used throughout the design?
We don't even have any idea.
No
on
idea,
that.
huh?
No idea.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, but again, a little bit of gold goes a long way. But he gilded the ceilings and the doors and the entire Roman pool. Estimates have been in the millions of gold. And the restoration is...
Dollars or?
In dollars.
Oh, okay.
In
Because
dollars.
those days it was down to $30 an ounce.
Yeah, gold wasn't, yeah,
Or even less than that, yeah.
$8 an ounce.
Yeah, right, because it was standardized in 33 and
Yeah.
30, I think it was.
Yeah, and he started building in 20. So gold, and people often ask, did he use some of his father's gold? And no, that was all gone. He didn't use his father's silver or gold, but he did have one of the largest silver collections in the world.
Okay, come on in.
This is the elevator. Woodwork by Bruce Cone and Carter Consensus. And then we're going to go out.
This is the elevator. It almost looks like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Does it go sideways and lengthways? And
Yeah, it does. Check that out.
watch your step here.
Right.
Look at the door knockers. We're on the other side of the cloister.
I thought there was a window here.
Nope.
Sometimes there is a back hallway.
Now, the concrete on the outside, this is on flex,
Yeah, when he left the hilltop, remember that?
Oh, I know, years ago, when, yeah, I remember here, like 4 years ago.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I wasn't here then.
This place is haunted by any of the famous people.
Well, it's been touring since
Ask her.
1958, so
Yeah, we
quite a
saw,
while.
first time I came in was back in 1961, too, yeah.
That was even before
That's
Pat's
right. I used to be able to drive all
What
the
the
way
hell is
down.
this?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did. You
yeah.
did. You could drive up.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like the Winchester Mystery House.
I know, it's kind of a random piece of stonework.
Yeah. Hey, where are those steps?
Be careful. Careful of this one.
I got it.
And it's a job. They start before Thanksgiving now to get it all decorated. And it's decorated as it was in his time. So he
Bathroom?
loved Christmas. Okay, let's close this door and then you can get a better look at that bathroom. If you guys want to kind of rotate around and take a look at that bathroom, feel free to do that. You're not going to see a lot of bathrooms. You will in the next room that we're going into. This is the Della Robbia suite, named for the pieces in the suite. Della Robbia is a type of maiolica, and maiolica is a glazed earthenware. It's a long process. Each color has to be fired separately. The Luca Della Robbia family was famous for this recipe. If you worked for them, you wanted to keep your job, because if you quit or were let go, you would probably be executed. They guarded that recipe very, very closely. So that's from the 1500s.
Let's like speed up a little bit.
Yes, they're very, very. But the strange thing is, his twin sons, when they would visit the hilltop, this is the room that they would stay in, and this is the way it was furnished. I don't know about you, but my little boys were trains and kites and things like that. These kids had Della Robbia. He had 5 sons, all deceased. Between the 5 of them, married 16 times, 16 marriages. And 4 of them died alcoholics. So this wasn't a life that was conducive to good parenting, obviously. The grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on that are the Hearst Corporation, I think they kind of learned from that. So they're cowboys. They're very nice people. Patty Hearst is part of the corporation. We are going to head downstairs and into the southern duplex. Let's get out of Sue's way.
Come right on into this bedroom, the
Straight one.
Oh, good.
Whoa.
Okay. That room right here is still decorated. Top floor of the
pink into this room and you can see the beautiful velvet gas.
Okay, we are getting in. Come on out, folks.
I'm not ready.
Hello, come on. Thank you.
One thing you'll notice in this bedroom is
Okay.
Kind of like
everyday
This is it.
open.
Well, and then we have to go
First one,
down.
176, it says 277.
Yeah, it is a lot of stairs.
It gets a little
By the end of the
dark
day,
here,
I'm
so hold on to both sides.
But you got strong calves.
Yeah, I do. I like your hat.
Oh, thank you. I like your castle.
I like my castle too. Okay, this is the south duplex. Upstairs would be your bedroom, but what if you had to use the restroom at night? You'd have to walk down these very narrow wooden steps, holding onto the rope,
Oh, gee.
and away you would go. Good view of a bathroom here. In this room, I will point out the eagle on the world, that is the Hearst corporate logo. Once stood in front of the Cosmopolitan Movie Production Company in New York City. Now we're headed outside and into the cold, but I will take you around the windy side of the castle if you'd like to stay with me. When we get outside, if you want to make a run for it and head for that bus, I will direct you there as well. You two have probably seen pretty much all of the fish off, or have you gone?
Well, we saw the next.
Okay, I'm going to take everyone for a walk past the guest cottages and talk about them a little bit if you want to stay with me. Yes, this is Della Robbia. Good eye. There you go. Della Robbia. You got it. Okay, let's head downstairs and out into the wild blue yonder.
What is up there? Is that a bedroom?
That's the bedroom when we came across. I said, I'd love to stay here.
Oh, okay.
Next tour, Ellen.
Well,
I lied, there are more stairs.
You're trying to
well, we have to have something to splice.
You
between the two.
Remember everything.
This is very Winchestery.
Yeah, this is creepy. Is this the dungeon?
That's where you went if you didn't do
Yeah.
your work.
Okay, this is the safe where he kept the alcohol. He'd bring it up to the wine cellar. Not the jewels, not the money, no
No
siree.
money there? Oh, shoot.
No. Nothing left in there, but the butler would serve the night's alcohol from this. They'd mix it right here, take it into the assembly room. Probably so. You know, it was during Prohibition, so it was really hard to get a hold of good booze. We're going to head outside. I'm going to show you how to get to that bus.
Excuse me.
We actually had a question. What is this hole here for?
Firewood.
That's
It
firewood.
would have been a lot better once, you know, we come back at 85 or 6 and finished it off. But that hole was where they kept the firewood. Doors that you saw when you were walking down like this, usually behind those would be electrical components or janitorial closets, things like that.
Oh,
This is the
so-
basement.
all the way over there.
This is a 14,000 square foot basement right here. This is the stairs to that basement.
What is it? Oh, wow.
She said go stand on the steps.
Mr. Photographer here. Well, this is the Casa del Monte House of the Mountain. And then right past that is the garden. So take a hike down there to the Neptune pool. It's
Cool.
really, really nice down there. That's Casa del Sol. Did you hear the description on that? That's 3 stories as well, and that is about 3,000, almost 4,000 square feet.
In the camera, I can't even see that building.
I know. Yep, it's not a day for.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I came a couple summers ago and did the garden tour.
Oh, did you?
And
Isn't it? So it was a beautiful
View
day.
was spectacular, so I have a picture of contrast.
Oh, good. So you can
Same spot.
Photoshop.
God.
I'm gonna hold on. We're just gonna.
Well, look at the one behind her. She was so shy, they knocked her head off.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
It's the rest of Venus.
Yep.
Still no arms, though.
Where do they got a horse this small?
When you're carving marble, you can make the horses any size you want.
我把这个竖挡。
I know this is gonna get kicked off Facebook.
把我也照好了。
It's a growth.
Is it a growth?
See, that started and then her head fell off and then her arms fell off.
Okay.
So if you get a growth like that on your arm, you might want to put some duct tape around your neck.
And she's not even wearing a leaf. Look at this. I hope this doesn't get kicked off Facebook. I really do. More stairs. Oh, if you guys
I wonder if it's heated.
oh, go put your finger in it. I think you're able to. I mean,
I don't think so.
you can put your finger in it, I think. Yeah, because she's standing right there. See the lady standing right here? The tour is right here.
I know.
And I think you can put your finger in it. Just don't push, you know?
Is that the wading pool right here?
Yeah, you wait and then you go over the waterfall. Put a slip and slide in there.
No diving.
The fog is so thick here that you can't, literally, you can't see anything except for the palm trees. And we're getting dripped on and drizzled and stuff, but this is the pool. Hearst Castle.
We are literally in a cloud. That is what they said. That we are not below a cloud, we are in the cloud.
Wow,
That's how far up we are.
that's crazy.
Isn't it crazy?
That is totally crazy. Oh,
Really?
yeah, this is the gold inlaid pool. There is actually water above. You can see it rippling a little bit. I want a pool like that. When I buy my first house, I want a pool like that.
My house can fit in that pool and still have room to swim around it.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice sized pool. And this is only one of two because there's an under. They put another pool under a golf course. No, under tennis courts.
That's the Roman pool.
The Roman bath pool. That's right.
That's the one we found.
Uh-oh. We've got some Chinese tourists going on. Hold on, I gotta get them on video. Hold on. What are they doing? Oh, that's a tour guide right there. Godzilla! Oops. Can't say that around here.
Man, I can see the fog coming in.
I don't think the fog's coming in. I think it's already here.
Yeah.
It's getting perpetually worse. But look at the wind on the trees, guys. I mean, this is crazy. That's my signature line here. It's crazy. Look at these palm trees. It was a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough and the tiny boat was rocked. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. Okay, enough of that.
It's blurry.
Well, yeah.
See, I'm getting the lamps. I don't want the lamps.
Oh, like that? It's a UFO. Look, it's a UFO. Oh, bus is pulling out.
All gold.
That's nice. Yeah, I can't see down there. Oh, a little bit. A little bit. Make sure I'm on it. Here, I'll follow you. Let me zoom out so I don't just get a big blue, massive... Wait, do you want me to get your feet, or...
No.
You sure? This is the pool right here. This is what we were talking about. Now, where was the thing that you took a picture of?
It cost $3-4.
If the company didn't go out of business.
What is this?
Hostess.
Well, we went for Hostess, yeah.
Yeah, we were in Nob Hill and saw some knockoff Twinkies. Nobody was buying them. I don't understand.
Oh? Yeah. What are you saying?
Knockoff? Like knockoff versions of Twinkies? You know?
They say that might still happen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's already happening. Twinkies